aircraft itself is a pressurized aircraft. It's almost like a mini airliner. So we'll be going up to 25,000 foot. Yeah.
Deep in the heart of the Kalahari Desert, just an hour and a half's flying time from Cape Town, lies Africa's largest private game reserve, stretching across 250,000 acres of sacred ground. It embraces the hills and the vast savanna plains. This is Twsalu, meaning new beginning, set within an undiscovered wilderness known as the Green Kalahari. The Motsi is an exclusive haven, accommodating a maximum of 28 people in search of a truly private adventure. We were fortunate enough to visit in the late summer, when the searing heat was just giving way to the onset of a long, dry, cold winter. This is no ordinary safari lodge. It's been perfectly matched into the natural surroundings, whilst providing an extraordinary level of service to its guests. Each villa provides all the comforts of an exclusive suite, with extras that only nature can provide, for it's home to many of the world's endangered species of animals, and you literally become as one with them as your stay unfolds. It's Mother's Day, and here's Mother. Each day at 5 a.m, our dedicated guide and tracker were ready to take us on an adventure of a lifetime. Our first encounter was with a herd of white rhino, just 5 of 20 left in the world.
If you have a look at a rhino's territory, basically from the top per se, you'll have middens around, and those middens are your fence posts. If she's coming past a midden and she's ready to mate, she will defecate in and around the vicinity of the midden. The scent of the dung will tell the territorial bull that she's in estrus and she's ready to mate. And then once she has urinated, defecated, etc., he will actually track her down, find her, and if she is still within his territory, and then potentially mate with her.
By 7 a.m, we were more than 50 kilometres from the Motsi, having seen a broad spectrum of endangered species living safely in their natural habitat. There can be nothing more thrilling than to come across a pride of Kalahari lions on their way to the watering hole. In our open-sided Land Rover, we could feel the tension within the pride and share the young cubs' happiness as they frolicked by the waterside.
One of them is left letting out.
After a brief stop for breakfast, we set out in search of a new pride of lions that had just arrived in the southern corner of the reserve. We were able to get astonishingly close to the animals that were just finishing off their breakfast of fresh roebuck. Our guides nervously instructed us to be very still.
It's carried by the wind and it moves to trees of the same species in the area. And it's basically telling them that, listen, I'm being browsed on here, push up your tannin levels. So 95%, if you watch giraffe feeding, they always feed into the wind.
Ready to take over. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
After 5 days of exploring this wilderness desert and enjoying the comforts of the Motsi, as well as the pleasure of sharing our experiences with the other guests around a crackling campfire, with a warming glass of hot punch. We were very sad to leave this truly amazing place. It's a perfect example of the dedication of the Oppenheimer family to opening up their land in South Africa to the world, so people like us could have a fleeting glimpse of nature in the raw.